Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back. Welcome back. Look, today we are jumping right into the Mystic Mind Conference recap. Okay. If you know anything about our conferences in the past, whenever we would have a conference, the week after is always very intense, very spiritual, very divine, and we all tend to go through certain initiation processes after we experience such a powerful gathering of the gods. Let's just say that. After we have such a powerful gathering of the gods through the Mystic Mind Conference or through any conference we've ever thrown, for example, the Master Student Conference 1, the Master Student Conference 2, and now the Mystic Mind Conference, which is our third conference that we've thrown and hosted. Every time we have a conference, there are spiritual initiations and transformations and downloads and revelations that come through. And the reason why that happens is because when you are a spiritual being and you come together with other high vibrational spiritual beings. Now, I ain't saying that everybody that comes to the conference is high vibrational, but for the most part, the people who attend the conference are conscious. They have a certain level of awareness. They are not just robots moving through society, right? So when you come together with the intention of learning and growing and expanding your consciousness, your spirituality, your connection to your higher self, a shift takes place. Activation takes place. Transformation takes place, and initiation takes place. And so today I want to do a Mystic Mind Conference recap where we dive into some of the major lessons that really stood out through the conference, where we dive into some of the downloads that have come through post-conference, and I give you all the information that you need to know regarding our last conference. So peace and welcome to everybody. I'm excited to be here. Let me take a sip of water because I'm already like on fire. Listen, those of you who came to the conference in person, y'all are lucky it wasn't this weekend. Because when I tell y'all, there has been a heat advisory every day in Houston since that conference, okay? The very next day or the next day or 2 days after the conference, we received a notification that says Houston is under a dangerous heat advisory. I truly believe spiritually that in that conference, all of us spiritual people coming together, we brought the heat. We brought the power. Not only that, right before the conference happened in Houston, it rained for a few days in a row. I was also kind of worried. I was like, okay, Spirit, don't let it be raining for the conference. But what I told Dream when it was raining, I said, this rain is purifying, it's clearing the space, and it's welcoming us in. And I said, I guarantee you right after this rain is going to heat up to a whole nother level. And factually, it is hot, and it did, okay? It is hotter than normal right now. And I think, and I know that a part of the heat that we brought as high vibrational spiritual beings, we brought the heat to Houston, okay? And so we're going to be diving into that. Right now, though, let me know in the chat if you made it to the conference, whether virtually or in person. Let me know in the chat. Virtually or in person, I want to know if you made it. Because the activation and initiation that I'm about to talk to y'all about today are for you all. All right? Y'all see me in my background. This is a Buddhist temple. Now, let me tell you how spiritual this is. I've been using this virtual background for about 2 weeks now. So before the conference, I was using this background. I didn't even realize that I was summoning and tapping in to that spiritual energy of the Buddha. I talked about the Buddha in my thing. Dream, did you talk about the Buddha? I don't know if Dream talked about the Buddha, but I know he talked about the Buddha energy on Tuesday on his live stream. Brother Yosef talked about the Buddha energy. I started my presentation explaining that Bobby Hemmett, Dreamwise, and Brother Yosef have activated that Buddha energy within themselves. They've been through this spiritual alchemical process that has caused them to gain a little bit of extra weight around the waist. But most importantly, it is symbolic and it represents spiritually their ability to conceive high spiritual science and birth it. Okay. That's what that symbolizes. And so all of us are tapping into that Buddha energy right now. And in fact, in my build, I specifically said that in one of the Buddhist spiritual texts, they let you know that everybody has a Buddha energy inside of them. Everybody has that. All right. The way that you activate that Buddha energy is through enlightenment, is through growing your consciousness, is through tapping in. And so I think it's so funny that for the last couple of times that I've done womb alchemy, shout out to all my womb alchemists in the building. For the last times that I've done womb alchemy, I've used this same temple. I want to even say the Sacred Sister Circle. I've used this same temple, not even realizing that we are drawing in this Buddhist energy, this Buddha energy. And I'm so excited because the initiation that Spirit has been giving me and the activation and the spiritual download that Spirit has been giving me is that it's time for us to tap into our divine sacred light. It's time for us to tap into our gold. I will explain that in a little bit. Shout out to all of y'all who were able to come in person and virtually. Listen, a gift from us to you all, for everybody who came, whether you were there in person or virtually, you will all next week be receiving the replay, right? We're having the replay edited because, of course, during the live stream, you have some figuring things out to do, making sure the sound is good and making sure that you all can hear me. We're also going to be cutting out the Q&A portion of the live stream because we know those of you virtually couldn't necessarily hear the questions that were being asked. You only heard us answering it. So we're cutting that out as well, to where when you get the replay, all you're going to be getting is Dreams lecture, my lecture, and Brother Yosef lecture. So that's the holdup. That's what's taking some time to get it to y'all. But if you were there in person or if you were there virtually, you will be receiving the replay. It'll be available to you for a week. You'll be getting it next week. And then after that, for those of you who are like, I didn't get to make it virtually or in person, it will become available for you to purchase. All right. So that's the Mystic Mind conference stuff out of the way. Let's dive into the activations that came through. Let me say hey to y'all first because I love you and I appreciate you. Let's see. What's up, Sarah Mother? Hey, sis. What's up, Iman? Love you. What's up, Shea Butter, baby? What's up, my love, Dream Wise? Peace, Yogi. Peace, Shanti. What's up, sis? I wish I could see y'all's faces. I wish this was like Zoom and I could see y'all's faces so I could put a name to the face because we met a lot of great people. Peace, Cosmic Creatrix. Peace, Glass Moon. Purple Carbonated Doll. Pieces, Purple Carbonated Doll. See, I'm wondering who you are, Purple Carbonated Doll, because I think you said your name and then you said your YouTube name while we were at the conference talking. And I'm like, okay, I got you. I know that name. So I think I know who you are, Purple Carbonated Doll, one of our Patreon members. Peace, Holistic Urbanite. Hey, sis. What's up? Hollow Vegeta. What's up? All right. I am Juju. Hey, peace, Nilla. All right. So appreciate all of y'all. Let me also say this because on Friday night, what's up, the Blackwell experience? Okay, look, I just talked about this, all right? Everybody who was at the conference in person and everybody who showed up virtually, or if you bought a virtual ticket. Let me say this clearly. If you bought a ticket to the Mystic Mind Conference, you will be receiving the replay next week. The replay is being edited, okay? It was some extra stuff in the replay that's not necessary. We want to give y'all the best experience possible. And so we're editing it. That takes time. We got to get it back from our editor before we can give it to you all. So again, If you pay for a ticket, whether you got it at the beginning, whether you got it discounted, no matter how you got that ticket, you will be receiving the replay for the Mystic Mind Conference. The replay will be available to you for 1 week. So once you receive it in your email, open it up, look at it, do what you need to do. Because after that, we're shutting it down because we're actually going to sell it to the people who were not able to purchase their ticket when they were on sale originally. All right. So that's for everybody. Spread the word to all the people you know that came to the conference or missed the conference for whatever reason. It will be available for purchase. And for those of you who purchased a ticket originally, we are gifting you with the replay for you to be able to look at for a week, so on and so forth. So I hope that answers y'all's questions. All right. Let's get into some juiciness, right? So a few nights ago, I had a dream, and dreaming is one of the ways that I receive spiritual messages and downloads. Like all of my stuff, I start getting my revelations in the middle of the night. Even my Mystic Mind Conference lecture, I had already had an idea of what I was going to talk about, but Spirit, every night leading up to the conference, this is when Spirit is really giving it to me. And so I had a dream the other night, and this is, again, when you come together and you're surrounded by all of these people, I want y'all to understand, energetically, me, who I am, as an empath, as a healer, as an oracle, as a medium, who I am, I pick up on all of this spiritual energy just from engaging with you all, whether you are virtual or in person, right? It's just a part of the gifts. And so with that, I had a dream that I have been led to share with you all about what you need to be doing right now. So this Mystic Mind Conference energy has really lingered over into the last couple of days. I actually had this dream about 3 days ago, and I've been waiting to put it out there. But here it is. I had a dream that my brother was working at a gold mining company. He was essentially a gold digger. So he was digging in the land, digging in the ground, searching for gold. And so what he would do is, as he was digging, he would grab these boulders or these rocks, and he would peel away the layers of the dirt and the muck and all of that stuff like that. He would peel away those things until he got to these golden nuggets. And so I'm half up, half asleep. And I'm like, Spirit, what does this mean? What is this about? And Spirit says, everybody should be a gold digger. Y'all put in the chat gold digger, right? Because I'm going to explain it to y'all in a way to where you understand what this is talking about. Because we're not talking about digging for gold like you are deciding that you're going to date a certain person because this certain person has a certain amount of abundance. We're talking about something else, okay? But Spirit says both men and women need to become gold diggers. I was like, okay, Spirit, what? Gold digger? This is not even, okay, cool. So I'm like, all right, Spirit, gold digger, gold digger. What do you mean by that? So I'm half asleep, and Spirit is like, you got to tell people where the gold resides. Where do y'all think gold actually is? Let me know in the chat. Where do y'all think gold actually resides? Where's the gold? If all men and women should be gold diggers, where is the gold itself? Where must we dig at to retrieve this gold? What is the gold, right? See, y'all are getting it. Inner gold. The gold is within, inside of us. Absolutely. This is what Spirit is telling me in my dream. Spirit is like, everybody must become a gold digger, which means you must become very intentional about digging for the divine, sacred, luxurious light that dwells inside of yourself. Spirit was like, it's time for you all, everybody that was at the Mystic Mind Conference and everybody who will listen to this video, it's time for you to start discovering your own inner gold, your luxury, your light, your power, your abundance. Okay? And so I was like, okay, Spirit, inner gold. What is the inner gold? What are they looking for? Okay, what are they looking for? How do they find it? What do they do when they find it? And I was reminded of this song called Gold by Meribah. I've played this song many a times for my clients, for people in classes that I've done, the song Gold. And so I encourage y'all to go listen to it. I'm going to drop it in the chat so that y'all can know how to spell it. Because when you go listen to it and you listen to and you watch the video, then you'll be able to see like, oh, I get it. You know, Spirit was telling me that this gold is the light that really makes up our aura, right? I'm not going to go too deep into Brother Joseph's build, but basically, Brother Joseph talked about activating your inner light, right? Activating your divinity, doing the work, right? Doing the work to activate your light, and how it shifts and creates your auric field, how it creates your light. Not only does it create your light, but it creates your magnetism. Now, this is so powerful because I went through a healing process after the Mystic Mind Conference. And for those of you who know, you know, right? I went through a healing process after the Mystic Mind Conference. And the lesson that I took away, because here's the thing, when you go through things, family, and you are leveling up, there are certain emotions, thought processes, habits, and people that you have to let go of so that you can reside in your high place. Let me say that again, because I want to make sure we get it, okay? When you are leveling up, when you are evolving, when you are growing, when you are getting to a higher level of consciousness and in being, there are certain people, places, ideas, thoughts, and emotions that must be released in order for you to reside in your high place. And so I had a great showing at the Mystic Mind Conference, right? I was in my bag and I was being celebrated and loved on by the people around me. But there was some old emotion, some old trauma, some old inner child stuff from my childhood, growing up impoverished, growing up in the hood, growing up in an environment where you can't really be great, right? It's like, you know, I talked about this. I had a revelation of this. I had a revelation of this because, you know, when you grow up in certain environments, you learn to downplay yourself to create this false sense of safety. And that's what I learned. You know, I had I have been blessed with a certain ability to tap into God, to tap into spirit. I've always had it. I've always been able to do it. And what I mean by that is I've always been able to get out of my mind and just get into the flow. And it's the flow state is where you actually access God. And this is where things just start to happen magically and miraculously. I've always been able to do that. But as I was growing up, because doing that would lead to successes and wins, I learned to kind of shy away from that and not speak on the abilities that I had. And I had did that exactly. Queen Eloise playing small. Exactly. It was because I was told as a kid that if you talk about what you did or accomplishments that you've achieved, you were big-headed. You were egoic. You think you all that in a bag of chips. How many of y'all have heard things like that? Imagine little young black girls, you know, hanging out, y'all having a good time. It could be something as simple like you jump in and you do your jump rope, and let's say you get to like 100 and the other girls only get to like 25. And you like, yeah, I'm excited. I did 100. Yay. Honey, them girls like, who she think she is? And they get, you know, so we were taught in these dog eat dog communities, we were taught like Don't celebrate yourself, because if you celebrate yourself, you're in your ego, you got the big head, you think you're all of that. If you celebrate yourself, you invite envy, jealousy, hate, right? You invite all of this low vibrational emotions. And so, because I experienced that a lot in my childhood, I had to work on celebrating myself now, right? Being like, good job, Desiree. Good job, D-Ray. You did that, right? And so um after the after the Mystic Mind conference, I still, though I felt great and I knew I did an amazing job, I still had a little bit of that sadness there, because that inner child that couldn't celebrate herself, that couldn't be joyful, that couldn't be excited about something great that I did, getting all A's, or, being an honor roll student, right? Because that inner child still felt like she couldn't be great and excited about the goodness, she couldn't let all of those compliments in, some of that still lingered. And so a part of my initiation process in living in my gold and living in my light and letting my aura just shine was also about letting go of that energy, because that energy can't go with me to the high places that I'm being called to go, right? And Spirit gave me that this Nipsey Hussle has a song. I can't remember if it's Victory Lap or if it's Motivation. It's probably Motivation. But he says in the song, "No 10 on my Mercedes, that's for inspiration." See how Spirit is so funny, because spiritually, what we're talking about is, once you start tapping into your magic, tapping into your gold, tapping into your light, you're going to start to recognize certain things that have to be let go of in order for you to really reside there. So I heard that download, "No tint on my Mercedes, that's for inspiration." So Nipsey Hussle is basically saying he's riding around LA in his impoverished neighborhood with no tint on his car, so that the people in the neighborhood can see and be inspired. See, before this, I was more focused and plugged into, okay, I'm doing something great, but I'm not going to show it because people may become jealous. And Spirit is saying, no, 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 no. You have to get on the other side of that coin, show what you got, show and shine your light, be that golden aura, be that, because it inspires. And so these are the initiations and activations that not only me, but a lot of you are also going through. Okay. It's about you digging within, discovering your gold, and getting rid of all the dirt, the gunk, the mess that is not allowing you to shine as bright as you were meant to shine, okay? That's what this energy is about. In Yosef's presentation, he really highlighted the aura behind the head, or the halo behind the head. And he highlighted the silver body. Silver is also a precious metal, just like gold. And so what we're talking about is discovering what makes us precious, what makes us unique, what makes us divine, and how we are meant to express it. Okay? How we are meant to give it, how we are meant to shine that light so boldly, so beautifully onto other people, that it inspires and uplifts them, that it lets them know that they can. See, this Mystic Mind Conference put a lot of people in their bag. Imma tell you what I mean by that. Let me get this deck of cards real quick. This Mystic Mind Conference, it put a lot of people in their bag, and what I mean by that is, it made you realize the work that you actually need to do. And I love that, because it's all about the work. Okay, it's all about the work. So y'all let me know, do y'all wanna know, when you're digging for gold within yourself, do you wanna know what you're actually looking for? Because I wanna tell y'all what you're actually looking for. Spirit gave it to me. Spirit said, "This is what people are looking for when they're digging within themselves." If you wanna know, let me know in the chat. Say, "Yes, we wanna know." All right. Okay, we got two yeses. All right, what about the rest of y'all? Y'all don't want to know where your gold is at? You don't want to know what that gold is? I believe in gold. Hey, 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 hey. Yes. All right. Yes, 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 yes. We want to know. All right. So, one aspect of your gold is discovering your magic, right? As Miss Blue, who I love so dearly, she says, know your magic. Your magic is your gold. Your magic is the thing. Listen, when you tap into your magic, your gold, you manifest miracles. We all could use some miracles. Am I right? We all, man, let me tell you, miracles, magnificence. Yeah, magnificence. I think I'm saying that right. Miracles, magic, manifestation, just overall magnificent experiences. I gotta be honest with y'all when I tell you that for many people, when you don't know your magic, this is the blockage to manifestation. When you don't know what it is that you are meant to be doing, how you are meant to shine. Or let's say it this way. You may even know your magic, but you don't use it because what? Fear, judgment, procrastination, needing the right environment, needing to be around the right people. I get all of that. That was once me. But if you know your magic, then you know your gold. And if you know your gold, that means you know how to tap into abundance. You know how to tap into luxury. You know how to tap into wealth, and not just wealth in a financial sense, but like a wealth of love. Man, since I've been living in my magic, I have recognized all of the love that is truly around me. You know, I was in the Sacred Sister Circle on Monday, and I was feeling that energy because spirit was working on me. I was going through an initiation process, and I'm so thankful that I don't have to stay in those places long. I'm so thankful that I can receive the blessing, receive the lesson, and put it into action immediately. And this, let me tell you why that's so important. Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, exactly, Shanti, a wealth of spiritual knowledge. Exactly. You have to start embodying these lessons and integrating it immediately. Let me tell you why. Because in one lifetime, you can live 100 lifetimes. That's how much work, evolvement, transformation that you can take on if you would take the lesson, integrate it, and move on. But for so many people, you're living 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years of life and only been living one lifetime. And what that means is you haven't activated your gold, activated your light, activated your magic, activated your purpose. And so therefore you keep living the same way over and over and over and over and over again. Do y'all know somebody who literally does the same thing over and over and over again? Do y'all know people who you look at and you like, damn, you've been doing the same thing for forever. That's because they're not collapsing that timeline. They're not collapsing that quantum wave, and they keep repeating the same lifetime over and over and over again. Whereas spiritual beings like you and I, we have the ability to live and to heal multiple lifetimes during this one incarnation. Depending on how quickly you can take the lesson, use the initiation, activate it, and actually rise up to the occasion. So the first thing that you have to know when it comes down to digging for gold is that the gold is within yourself, 1. 2, your gold is your magic. Let me know in the chat. I wanna know in the chat if you know what your magic is. Oh, look around you now. Y'all gotta go listen to that song by Maribel. I feel a world away from where I was before. Oh, and I'm not the same. Oh, and I'm not the same. I mean, you cannot stay the same. Let me tell you the truth. There is a you before you activated your magic, and there is a you living in the activation of your magic. So we're not trying to be the same. We're not we're not trying to stay the same. We're trying to have that magic be activated, which means our light is now turned on, which means we are now more magnetic, which means we're now more powerful, more attractive, which means we are now able to draw in all the good that the divine has in store for us. The song is called Gold by Maribel. And she says, I believe in gold. Hey, 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 hey. I believe in gold. And what she's saying is, I believe in myself. Oh, come on. Spirit just be giving me stuff. So your gold is your magic. Your gold is your magic. I believe in gold. I believe in my magic. I believe in myself. I wish I could explain to y'all how these, like, downloads be coming through and how it be so intense and how I be having to, like, pace myself because I get so excited. We've heard the alchemical process of turning lead into gold. Ooh, come on, spirit. Let me tell you, if you wanna access your gold, you must be willing to look at the things in your life that aren't so pretty. And you must be willing to alchemically transform and change that thing and make it gold. You must be willing to turn that coal into a diamond, okay? You must be willing to do the alchemy and become the alchemist. So if you're confused about what your magic is, you need to look at where your challenges is. Oh, come on. Let me get an Ashe in the chat. If you want to know where your magic resides, know where your challenge resides. Okay? Because let me tell you, I grew up, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. I grew up, here's what I realized my magic is. My magic is in the encouragement and the inspiration and the upliftment of others. That's really what I do, right? I let the people who I get to work with, the people who come under under my voice and who I get to connect with, essentially what I do is let you know that you can, you will, you are, and I help you to understand that you live in a self-organizing universe, meaning all things come together, they work for your good. I help you to understand that, right? We were in womb alchemy last night getting busy. We did some alchemy on some thoughts last night in womb alchemy, where I was helping the ladies take this fear that they have, take this anxiety that they have, take this thought that has been running and ruining their lives, take that thought, turn it into something positive. That's literally the work that we were doing that last night, and that's literally my magic. I let you know that you're capable and you can do this. I don't give a damn. I don't care what your mama did, what your daddy did, what society says. You have everything inside of you. And the lead of your childhood experiences, the challenges that you face right now, the work that you're having to overcome right now is your magic. Your magic dwells within that. And so for me, I grew up, like I said, where I literally had to motivate and encourage myself, but I did it quietly. I just did it quietly. I had to determine and I had to let myself know that I'm holy and that I'm divine on my own. Like Desiree D. Ray Wise within herself is sacred ground. And she doesn't need anybody else to validate or affirm that. right? That was a lesson I had to learn because in my childhood, I experienced abandonment and rejection. And when you experience those things, unworthiness, right? Not being good enough, not being pretty enough, all of those things are challenges that we have to face when you are dealt with abandonment and rejection, right? I'm not wanted, things like that. And so I had to face those challenges head on. And because I faced those challenges head on, I discovered my gold and I discovered my magic. And I essentially became this diamond that gets to shine brightly in front of you all today, which I'm so grateful to do. But I wouldn't be the person that you see today. I wouldn't be doing the work that I do today if I didn't face those challenges. Let me tell you another beautiful story. This shocked me when I heard it. It was so good. When we were at the Mystic Mind Conference, Brother Yosef said that he did not graduate from high school and he does not have a GED. And I looked at him and I said, "This nigga is magic." I said, "This man is magic." Because it is things like that, right? Society saying you need to get that high school diploma, you need to get that GED, and then the next level is you need to go to college. And so many people battle with themselves and reject themselves and abandon themselves because they didn't accomplish these things that society says that they were supposed to do. But then I look at Yosef and he is the teacher. He's the teacher's teacher. Do you understand how magical that is? For him to face the challenge of not graduating high school, not getting a GED, diving into that, not allowing that to make him think that he's less than and to stay in that place and just to do the work, right? To do the work, discover his magic, and then become a teacher. And not just a teacher to a lot of people. Shit, most of the people up in that conference came to see Brother Yosef, and they were just graced with Dream and D-Ray Wise, right? Y'all just got to get some of our energy too. But Yosef is impacting so many people through spiritual education when this physical human education he didn't even get. That's magic. That's gold. That's activation. Do you understand? Dream Wise. I can tell you a little bit about him too. I hear him downstairs. I hear my own voice downstairs, babe. I can hear myself talking because you must got the phone or like the TV up so high. However you're tuning in, I can hear it. Dream Wise, he grew up. We've been together for 9 years now, so I know a lot about him, right? So I think I can share this with y'all. His mother, and these are stories that he's told me, that his mother used to say to him, or she used to say out in public, "Oh, he's just shy. That's why he doesn't talk." And think about a little kid being programmed with the idea that they don't talk and that they're shy and that they can't communicate. That becomes the lead. That becomes the challenge. The challenge becomes, how do I start to express and communicate my ideas in a way that people can connect with it and feel it and even laugh and enjoy it? And so Dream Wise took that lead of being shy and parent, mother saying that he doesn't talk or whatever, took that and became the speaker that he is today. He's discovered his magic. And so for you all, discovering your gold is about taking the lead, the challenges, the darkness, the trauma, the wounds of your childhood and applying it into your life. I can talk about another sister on here. Iman, sis, if you here, I want to share a little bit about your story. Give me the thumbs up if I can, because you've done this as well. And I get the pleasure of observing people turning lead into gold and digging for that gold, baby. You're digging inside, you're digging until you find it. All right. And guess what? Because I love y'all, today I'm gonna pull some cards for people, whoever wants one. I'm gonna pull some cards for y'all to help you to start getting started. uh, to help you get started with discovering your goal. But Iman gave me the thumbs up, so here it is. Iman had her first child at a young age. I believe you said, were you 18, Iman? And I could imagine how challenging that could be. I could imagine the judgment and the criticism that comes from having your baby young. But guess what? Iman now is a badass birth worker. Think about that. This challenge that she had to face, feeling like, and I know this because Iman and I have worked together for years now. Iman having to take on this beautiful challenge of motherhood at a young age, figuring it out, still breastfeeding and birthing and doing whatever she needs to do to best serve her child, best serve her children, right? And she take that wisdom, right? And she take that light. She takes those challenges, how hard it was to be able to do that. She takes that and now she gives that back to the women who she serves as a doula and soon to be midwife. Do you see what I'm saying? I say again, my story, I grew up abandoned and rejected by my father. And so I grew up looking, seeking, and searching for validation and confirmation that I am good, that I am well, that I am enough. And you want to know something that's so crazy, how the spiritual work is so deep, that even as I did that, and even as people validated me, and even this past weekend, people said, "Good job, Desiree. Good job, D-Ray. Oh my God, you were shining so bright. I love it, love it, love it." Because that did not come from me, I still couldn't deeply receive it as I should. That's the magic. See, my magic was learning how to encourage, uplift, and inspire my damn self. Okay? Because as a child, I wanted it from my dad. I didn't get it from him, and then I wanted it from the world. And even when the world gave it, it still didn't fill me up in the way that I'm supposed to be filled. But now when I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "You did the damn thing, girl." When I look at myself in the mirror and say, "I'm proud of you, girl." When I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "Keep showing up, you doing it." When I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "That feels good to me. That feels right to me. That feels in alignment with me. That feels like my soul's calling. That feels like my purpose. That feels like who and what I'm meant to be." Now I am truly inspired, and now I can give back to you and teach you how to inspire, motivate, and encourage yourself. This is how the magic works. This is how the gold works. And you got to keep digging. You got to keep digging. So, your gold, your magic really relies on you being able to assess the challenges you've had in your life, do the work to overcome them, and then the lesson that you've learned, the healing that you've gained is what you shine back on others. And not only will you shining that light on others create spiritual abundance, this is going to create spiritual abundance for you. Meaning, see, my spiritual bank account is overflowing. Spirit told me this the other night. Spirit told me this the other night. Spirit told me, your reward is not based on fame. Your reward is based on your work. Let me say that again to y'all. See, Spirit has been working on me, and I'm just sharing it with y'all. Your reward is not based on your fame, meaning how many people know you, how many people like what. Because most of y'all who was at that conference did not know who Desiree D. Ray Wise was. You heard my voice a little bit, right? Didn't really see my face, or really didn't hear me talking this way. So it wasn't the fame or the knowing of me. It was my work. And Spirit said, understand that the reward and the spiritual gifts, right? The spiritual blessings, the wealth, and the overflow does not come from your fame. There are people you know out there that got hundreds of thousands of followers, they got millions of subscribers, they may even got millions of dollars. That does not necessarily lead or lend to spiritual reward. Okay. But the reward that you are gifted from your higher divine self comes from your level of work, the level of work that you do on yourself, and the level of impact and influence that you have on others that is beneficial and that shifts them deeper into the connection with God, their higher selves. So when you're looking for your gold and you're looking for your magic and you're looking for how you are meant to shine your light, the real question is what I'm doing bringing people closer and closer into connection with their higher selves? See, the work Brother Joseph was doing, baby, he was doing it so deep. He was like, the work that I'm about to teach y'all is about truly integrating with your higher self and that light of your higher self radiating outward. The work that I was teaching you was how do you birth from your higher self? How do you manifest from your higher self? How do you draw in divine insight and wisdom, cultivate that baby, activate that baby, and birth it into your reality? How do you birth something that comes from the divine? How do you birth something that comes from your higher self? That's what I was teaching, right? That connects you deeper to God, your sacred divine self source. Dream Wise was teaching you how do you not allow the stresses of humanity to keep you stuck and connected and not tapping into your infinite creative ability. The very first thing you learn about God in Christianity when you open up that Bible is that God is a creator. That's the very first thing that you learn. And so if you are continuously in survival mode, you're not in creative mode. So the work that Dream Wise was teaching you was understanding that survival mode can serve you because it activates a certain level of power, but you don't stay there. Okay. Anyway, so that's the download and the activation that I've been receiving pertaining to the Mystic Mind Conference and how everything is just coming together so divinely. That's that. Y'all, let's hop into some readings. Let's hop into some readings. We're gonna start with Jenny because I see her at the top first. Let's hop into readings where we're gonna talk about, and listen, I'm gonna give you some insight. I'm gonna give you some insight, but ultimately, I want you to go deeper. I'm gonna give you a spark of light, right? Because that's what I like to do. I'm gonna give you a spark of light, some inspiration, right? But then I want you to go deeper. Before I do that, if you have received some power, some affirmation, some validation, and some confirmation, if you have received that so far from just hearing about the initiation and activation of the Mystic Mind Conference and digging for gold, let me know in the chat. Give me that affirmation. Let me know in the chat if that activation has supported you thus far. You are searching for your gold. I already told you the song that you need to go and listen to. Okay. I already told you the song that you need to go and listen to. You need to go listen to Gold by Moraba. You need to dig for your gold. Within digging for your gold, that means you are searching for your purpose. You're searching for your passion. You're searching for your magic. And when you discover that, you unremorsefully, you unshamefully, if that's a word, you without any shame, right? You boldly walk in that, live in that, and you let your light shine because what that is saying is that you are welcoming in more light, more abundance, that higher self. The halo that sits over your head energetically is golden light, like a sun. All right. Wow. Jenny says she's still processing. Ooh, oh my God. All right. So we're gonna start off with Jenny. I'm just going to go down the line because I seen Jenny first, and then I'm gonna get to as many people as possible. Okay, I'm gonna get to as many of y'all as possible because I love y'all and I love this sacred work, and I want you to be inspired. I want you to be inspired. Shout out to all the people who are new here because I have definitely seen some new names just based off of seeing me at the conference. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a part of my family. Oh, Jenny. The card that came out for y'all. So these Oh, there we go. The card that came out for you, Jenny, is the Queen of Cups. Girl, what this is saying is that a part of your magic is going to be mastering emotion and creativity. A part of your magic is going to be understanding the power of emotion and allowing them to flow in a divine, sacred way. A part of your magic is balancing out your emotion, honoring your emotions. And not only that, a part of your magic is going to be teaching people and teaching your damn self how to allow your emotions to be a guide. Your emotions are a guide as to where you are spiritually and energetically, right? Are you in alignment with what you want or are you not? Your emotions give you that guidance. And so a part of your work right now, Jenny, is how do you tune into your intuition? How do you tune into flow? How do you let it flow? Hey, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Hey, everything's gonna work all right, You know? That's that Tony Braxton. Your A part of your magic and a part of your gold, Jenny, you're gonna end up teaching women how to be, how to lean into their divine feminine energy, how to cultivate emotional stability, compassion, and caring. You're gonna be teaching women, you're gonna be teaching women that it is safe to surrender control. Oh God, yes. Remember, remember, your lead is what leads to your gold. Your coal is what leads to your diamond. Let me get a nice one in the chat. All right. Yes. All right. Next person I see here is Lauren Proctor. Lauren Proctor, girl, you may be family members with Bob Proctor. Okay. Listen, Bob Proctor got a YouTube page that be spitting that spiritual information. So even with that, Lauren, I'm feeling some teacher vibe. I'm feeling some law of manifestation, law of attraction vibes before I even pull a card. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Uh-huh. Okay, Lauren Proctor. Spirit, what's Lauren's gold? What's a part of her magic? Ooh, okay, look. You got the 3 of wands. What this means, Lauren, is that a part of your goal is you are a visionary. Look, you can't really see the card because it's blending into the background. But a part of your goal is you are a visionary. You have the vision, you have the eyesight. So what this means is that you need to start utilizing your third eye power. You need to start being very intentional about visualizing what you desire and seeing it manifest. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be creating special techniques and practices that people can tap into that will help them to expand their eyesight, their spiritual eyesight, all right, their foresight, meaning being able to see into the future. So you may also have some psychic abilities, some premonition abilities that you need to stop fighting. You need to stop resisting. A lot of times when we have magical gifts, a lot of times when we have magical gifts like that, we can be ashamed of it because let's say we have a family member who is magical, but the rest of the family members or the rest of the people in the family think that this person is crazy. They're like, "Oh, she crazy." They're like, she crazy. Don't listen to her." And so you will have the same damn gifts, the same damn powers going on inside of you, but because you don't want to ruffle any feathers and make people uncomfortable, you shut down your spiritual eyesight, your ability to see into the future, your ability to be a visionary. So what I want you to start doing is to start building up that magic and building up that muscle. You want to start visualizing what you desire for the future and really combining a lot of your emotion, right? Putting a lot of your spiritual energy into that. Because not only are you creating your future, but you're strengthening your ability to see. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Iman because I know Iman put it and I see. Let me see. Hmm. Those names is everywhere on here. I appreciate y'all for engaging with me. I appreciate y'all for engaging with me. Thank y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go to Iman and I'm gonna keep looking for people. Make sure you put I wanna reading. Please put that in there or put I pull one for me. Put something very clear like that, something not too long because I don't want to have to read too long to find it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go to Iman. What's my girl's magic? She already know her magic, so I guess I'm gonna just tell her another hint or another side of it that maybe she could be tapping into right now. What's Iman's magic? Oh, ooh, 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 Iman, Iman. Ooh, this is juicy. You got the devil card. Iman, what this is saying to me is that you are gonna teach people how to detach. You are going to teach people how to set themselves free, how to stop being stuck in old cycles and patterns that do not serve them. You are teaching people how to have an enlivened sexuality, right? And have an enlivened sexual experience and how to not be addicted. You are teaching people how to have a certain level of spiritual restraint when it comes to their bodies. All right. How to have because here's the thing, a lot of there's this craziness going on right now in society, especially where it's like women have to be liberated sexually and things like that, but the problem is that a lot of these women don't have enough restraint, meaning they are not able to say, "Okay, this is a situation where I should be engaging in this healthy tantric experience," right? They kinda all willy-nilly everywhere with their bodies, and a part of that problem is through addiction and attachment. So some women are using sexuality as a way to escape the hurts and the pains that they have. A lot of women are using their womb power to cause entrancement, trap souls, things like that, right? What's that song called? Um Snatch his soul. Oh, yes, yes, yes. A lot of women are using sexuality in unhealthy ways. They snatching souls, but they're doing that because they have a wound and being able to use their sexuality to do more harm than good makes them feel powerful. So you are teaching women how to release that addiction to unhealthy sexual experiences. You are teaching women how to have some restraint. You are teaching women how to cultivate healthy sexuality and not be attached to their old traumas, their sadness, their disappointment, not be attached to that devil aspect, all right? That's what you got going on, Iman. That's deep, sis. That is very, very, very deep. All right. Let's see who's next. Shout out to my girl DJ Shea Butter for the donation. Listen, if you want to donate to me, I say I appreciate you, Shay. You know I do. I love you. I love you. You're my girl. But otherwise, please donate to our birth GoFundMe. I'm about to drop the link in the chat, right? And the reason why I say that is because YouTube, baby, I don't know what they be doing. Y'all done donated to me so much, and I ain't received nothing from YouTube at this point. Just being real, just being all the way real with y'all. So if you want to donate, please donate to our birth and midwifery care. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Boom. There you go. Donate there. Donate there. Or if that's too much, right? If that's too much, then you can donate to my Cash App Relationship Alchemy. Okay. And and that's not something that you have to do. If you feel moved to do it, then um more power to you. All right, more power to you. And then for those of you who donated this past weekend, for those of you who donated this past weekend, listen, I've been super busy. So I have not been able to send y'all your confirmations and things like that and send your classes and things. So at the end, when I get off of here today, if you would please be patient with me, I'm gonna go in and send everybody links to get their free classes. Because if you don't know, if you donate, if you donate to Dream and I's birth and midwifery care, our baby shower gift, right? If you donate there, then depending on how much you donate, you may receive a free class or a free reading or things like that. So, um, so we'll do that. All right, so we stopped at Iman. Let me go to other people that says reading. Um, honey, these chats be moving and changing, and I don't be knowing where I'm at. Okay, Nessa gave me another song called "Turn to Gold" by Azia or Azia. I'm definitely gonna go listen to that because I love stuff like that. All right. Ooh, let me see, y'all. I don't know what's happening. If you wanna, okay, I got Iman. Uh, Iman, Lauren. Listen, if you want a card, please put that in there so that I can see you, because otherwise it's too much. I'm glad, Shanti, that you're still receiving downloads from the conference. That's beautiful. Okay, Mo, I'm going to Mo. Mo, is this the Mo that's in our Patreon? Mo, is that you from the Patreon? Let me know in the chat. I want to know. Let me know if that's you. I see you though, and I'm coming to you, okay? And I'm coming to you. Let me see. All right, Mo. What's Mo's magic? And y'all don't be afraid of these. Don't be afraid of these readings. Your girl is I'm very gentle. Okay. I'm very gentle. I give straight motherly energy. Okay. I give straight mother love energy. I give you what you need. Okay. I give you what you need. All right. Mo. Mo. Okay, Mo. Ooh, what's a lot going on, Mo? Ooh, okay. Mo. Wow. Mo, you got the 5 of Swords. Ooh. So what this is telling me right now, Mo, is that a part of your magic is going to be learning to trust. Mm. Let me see if you can see this part. I want to make sure you can see it. All right. Learning to trust and learning that all things are working out in your favor. It don't have to be by any means necessary type of thing, right? You are not in competition with people. So you have to, oh, I got it. A part of your magic is going to be cooperation, Mo. How can you work well with others? Right? How can you learn to trust others? How can you have healthy disagreement, healthy competition, right? You want to get out of the spirit of winning at all costs. You want to understand that there's enough for everybody to win, right? A part of your work is understanding that cooperation can be just as successful as you fighting your way to the top. I saw a video yesterday by this guy named Alex Hermosi. He's a business guy. He made a video about this guy named Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is on YouTube and he has so many millions of followers and he makes so much money. He's already a billionaire. He's like 25 just from off being on YouTube. But one of the things that has made Mr. Beast so popular is that he is cooperative. He's not in competition with anybody. So what he does is if there's somebody that knows more than him, he is going to build a relationship with those people. He's going to be very honest and very open. And he's going to say, hey, can you teach me this? If you teach me this, I'm willing to teach you this. So that's cooperation, that's working together, that's figuring things out. Um, but also at the same time, it may be somebody that he may has more than. There are people in your life, Mo, who you have more than, you know more than in certain areas, but they can teach you things about other things that you may not be so abreast with and that you may not know much about. So you have to have humility and be willing to work with people from all different levels of consciousness, all different levels of wealth, all different levels of understanding, be willing to cooperate and build something together. Okay. Understand that you can make a healthy amends with people. You are here to teach conflict resolution. How can we figure this out together? How can we all win? How can we all thrive? How can we all succeed in this situation? That's that for you, buddy. Let me know how that resonates because that's deep. Okay. That's deep. That's deep. Okay. You gotta understand what's going on here. All right. After Mo, we got Nessa 01. We got Nessa 01 here. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. I want to make sure I'm seeing everybody, not missing nobody. Let me know how that resonates, Mo. We'll be on here for probably another 10 minutes. We're going to try to get it in because we had to get those downloads out. Now we're helping the family to discover their magic. Nessa. Tell me, Spirit, about a little bit of her magic. What's she supposed to be doing? What's she supposed to be tapping in and figuring out? Ooh, okay. Ooh, ooh. So two things just came out for you, Nessa. The first thing is the ace. I love how these cards blend in with the background. The first thing is the Ace of Pentacles, right? This means your coins, sis. This means that you are supposed to be teaching people and learning how to manifest with spirit, how to build more abundance through your spirit, not necessarily through hard work. When we see the ace, we see this spirit, this hand that looks like the hand of God that is reaching out and giving you something. So your work right now, Nessa, is one, how can you be more receptive to manifestation, to abundance, to more financial growth? How can you be open to that? A part of your magic is going to be determining how to grow financial abundance by tapping into spirit, not necessarily through overworking. How can you open your mind and open your spirit to be able to receive an overflow of finances, right? How can you allow spirit to guide your career path, your career choices, in the ways that you go about making money? Your work is to allow spirit to guide how you see, how you use, and how you approach finances, right? The other card that came out for you is the moon card. So what this means is that you are also meant to help people do some subconscious mind work. You're actually here to help people work through their shadow self, work through the parts of themselves that they are very familiar with because they keep it hidden. So if we combine those two things together, it's about how do you heal at the subconscious level to open yourself up to receive more abundance? Okay. How can you heal at the subconscious level? How can you overcome fear, anxiety, and illusion and trust your intuition when it comes to making money? That's for you, Nessa. Let me know how that resonates. Definitely let me know how that resonates. I love it, love it, love it. So grateful to be able to do this sacred work. Let's see who is next. Next, we got Holistic Urbanite, my good sis, who I talk to on a regular basis. You know who her, you know what your magic is as well. You know what your magic is as well. But let's add some more context to it. Let's add some more value to it. Let's add some more power to what your magic is. Holistic Urbanite. Holistic Urbanite. Ooh, yes. Remember, if you want to show some love, definitely let me know in the chat how it resonates. That means a lot to me. Or you can leave it in the comments of this video. That's also very good, very important. Um, I love it. I'm grateful to do this work. I'm grateful to shine my light and to just grateful to encourage you all and let you all know that you too can tap into your gold. All right. Love it, love it, love it. And if you want to donate, listen, donate to our birth page, donate to our midwifery care, give us a baby shower gift rather than on here on this good old YouTube platform. All right, Holistic Urbanite. Oh, girl, this came out for you. Oh, girl. Who child? All right. All righty. Listen, we got the Seven of Swords. Okay, we got the Seven of Swords. A part of your work, sis, is definitely going to be overcoming betrayal, overcoming being let down, overcoming uh uh feeling feelings of abandonment, overcoming deception, helping people like I sold. I can't, who was I talking to? Who did I just say that to? I don't know who I just said that to because it's moving kind of fast. But recultivating this energy of trust. You know, your leg is maybe you've had childhood experiences where you felt betrayed, where you felt alone, where you felt deceived, where you felt like you had to strategize against everything, and you had to make a way out of nowhere, and that people were not around you uplifting you. You're gonna have to overcome that, because a part of that, what ends up happening when you have those childhood experiences, is that you end up tapping into that imposter syndrome, right? Where you start to now deceive yourself, and you start to create stories in your mind that is not in alignment with what you actually desire. So the way you're going to turn that into gold is by figuring out how to create more trust within yourself. And because you trust yourself, because you trust your intuition, because you've done that emotional healing work, which is why it's 7, because you've done that emotional healing work, you get to trust others, and you get to teach others how to be trusting, how to trust the universe, how to trust the divine, how to trust other people, and how to be honest with themselves in such a way that they open themselves up to receive all the good. Let me tell you something so real. Something that is so real is that when we are not being our honest and most authentic selves, we block ourselves off from receiving what spirit has in store for us, because energetically and spiritually, spirit can't see us for who we actually are, right? Spirit can't see us for who we actually are, because we are shape shifting ourselves to fit in certain spaces and places, because in your past you've been let down, and you weren't supported, or you weren't loved on, or you didn't feel included. And so you would shape shift yourself to fit into these boxes so that more people like you, or more people connect with you, and more people love on you. But what ends up happening with that is you end up blocking your spiritual blessings. Yeah, it may seem better on the surface in the human level, and being able to fit into some of these rooms, that may feel better in the moment, but you block yourself off to what spirit has in store for you, because spirit is like, I don't know who that is. Whoever that is, that's not who I got all of this good stuff for. So you want to learn to start to trust yourself more, lean into your intuition so that you can trust other people, and know that when a person doesn't do right by you, it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. And so therefore you don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to deceive yourself into believing that people just can't get it together when it comes to you. That's not right. Those people just can't get it together, period. They don't have it, okay? They don't have it. They don't have it together. Let me know if that resonates holistic overnight. The Blackwell experience. The beautiful thing about these readings is that some of what I will say will resonate with uh, more than one person. So I may be saying like urbanite or the Blackwell experience. I may be saying those people's names, but it still can tie into you. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Blackwell experience right now. I want to get all the way to my girl Shay. I gotta get to Shay. Shay done sent the donation. She always showing love, so I gotta show up. I gotta show up for the people that keep on showing up for me. And Shay, you are definitely one of those people. So let me do the Blackwell experience. Then I'm gonna come to Shay, and then I'm gonna come back up to Sarah Mother. All right? Because I don't want to get too tired before I get to Shay, and I'll be like, "Oh, how girl, I can't do it." No, 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 no. We're gonna get to Shay. All right, the Blackwell experience. Let's see. Huh. Hmm. The Blackwell experience. Hmm. I'm interested in the name, the Blackwell experience. What's that about? What is the Blackwell experience? Tell me about what you got going on, the Blackwell experience. Oh God, because there's a lot going on. Tell me about what you got going on, the Blackwell experience. What does that mean? What is the Blackwell experience? Share that with me. Because as I'm shuffling these cards, a lot, it was like Alexis is my name. I'm assuming that was supposed to say Alexis is my name. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad you gave your name. That may help. Huh. But what's the Blackwell experience though? Why is that the name of your YouTube page? What's up with that? What is the Blackwell experience? What is the experience that you are giving people? What are people experiencing when they come in contact with you? What's that about? Let me know. Because I'm shuffling these cards and uh my last name is Blackwell and I'm trying to help people awaken. Oh, okay. Okay. I like that. Huh. Okay. Let's see if something comes out because most of the times I let the card come out. It kind of just comes out abruptly and I just know. Okay, well we got something. All right. You got the Page of Cups. Okay. So this is also going back to certain emotions, right? Certain emotions. First of all, leaning into your emotions, trusting your emotions, and allowing your emotions to lead your creativity. Okay. And let me be clear, y'all, because y'all be a lot of spiritual people be like emotions and what? No, 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 no. Your emotions are connected to your subconscious mind. You understand? Do y'all understand that your emotions reside in the subconscious mind? So when you feel some type of way, it is letting you know what program you are operating on. When you tune into your emotions, you see, okay, am I closer to what I desire or am I further away from what I desire? So when I'm talking about emotions, I'm also talking about letting your emotions guide how you are showing up in the world. So if you feel some type of low vibrational emotion, then you know whatever it is that you're doing in that moment is not in alignment with what you actually desire, and you need to change your belief. But a part of your magic is going to be allowing your intuition to guide your creative endeavors. It's about staying open to possibility, staying curious, wanting to know more. You said you want to help people awaken. Great. That's great that you want to help people awaken. But a part of you being able to do that, Alexis, the Black Whale experience, a part of you being able to do that, something that's going to be so necessary for you is never stop learning. Never feel like you know it all, right? You have to stay curious. You have to stay open to the possibilities. You have to remain a learner. And whenever you have creative blockages, you feel like, I don't know where I want to go. I don't know what I want to do. This is when you have to tune into your intuition. And this is when you have to tune into your emotions. So a part of your magic is not just teaching people to awaken, it's teaching people how to tap into their creative power, into their creative genius, and how their intuition is always guiding what it is they should be creating and what it is that they should be doing. But in order for you to tap into that, you have to be doing that. Okay. Meaning you have to stay open to learning more and more and more and more and more. You have to become a continuous learner, studier, whatever. Kind of like Brother Yosef. One thing we know for sure about Brother Yosef is that brother reads books. Okay? He is always learning. He is always diving in. Okay. That's good. That's what you enjoy to do, Alexis Blackwell. I want you also to more than you love enlightening others, love enlightening yourself. And not just enlightening yourself, but actually acting on the movement, right? Actually acting on the downloads. That's what your work is. We're gonna go to DJ Shea Butter, then we're gonna go to Sarah Mother. I said I had about 10 more minutes, so we kind of wrapping up into the end. Thank you for the donation, Holistic Urbanite. Sis said I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna show some love. I appreciate that. For those of you who want to continue to donate, if you want to donate here, okay. But I'm saying the best place to donate is going to be on our birth and midwifery page. Don't worry. If I receive a notification, it'll come to my phone and I'll still give you a shout out, right? I'll still tell you thank you, much love and appreciation. So I know some of y'all, I know how it goes. I know how it goes. So don't worry. I'll still get you together. All right, let's see. Shay, DJ Shay Butter. Ooh, DJ Shay Butter. DJ Shea. What's some gold you supposed to be tapping into, sis? I believe in gold. Mm. DJ Shea Butter. Where's my girl? I feel like okay. Ooh, Shay. Honey, honey. Okay. Girl, we got the Six of Swords. Here's what we're talking about here. A part of your magic, Shay, a part of your lead, all right? A part of your lead that you have to turn into gold is you have to become okay with walking away from what no longer serves you emotionally and mentally. If something is not uplifting you mentally, emotionally, which come together, that makes spiritually. If something is not giving you that, if something is not allowing you to grow, to change, you must be willing to walk away from that and release that baggage. Baby, a part of your goal is teaching people how to let go and not be the bag lady. And so what that means is that a part of your work is learning a specific process that you tap into that helps you to shake the chains off of your past experience. You already know, a lot of y'all spiritual people already know when we have these heavy spiritual experiences, it can lock us down and we can feel burdened by it. And so a part of your magic is teaching people different rituals and rites of passage that they can go through in order to come out on the other side and be a better person. In order for them to come out on the other side and oh God, okay, here it is. Here it is for you, Shay. A part of your work, Shay, is teaching people how to not be bitter when they've been hurt. Oh my God. Shay, did you hear me? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Let me say that again because somebody needs to hear it. A part of your work is teaching women how to not be bitter when they've been hurt. Teaching women a spiritual process to surrender the hurt, pain, and shame that they've experienced in their lives. You teach women, Shay, that sometimes the disappointment, the heartbreak, and the letdown is a rite of passage to a higher level of consciousness. Understand that when you experience challenges, heartbreaks, and when people transition, when relationships change, when relationships evolve, people need to know how to go with the flow. People need to know how to ride that wave. People need to know how to swim upstream and let that go. That's why they're in the water. They're walking away from what no longer serves them. You have to be willing to figure out that process within yourself and then give that wisdom back to other people. You know, when we experience heartbreak and disappointment, it's a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage that we're going through because we're being taken to another level. If we cannot allow that experience to harden our heart and to harden our being, okay? If you could not allow these experiences to make you cold and Erica Badu bag lady, then you can tap into your magic, okay? Then you can tap into your magic. It's a beautiful thing. People should look at you, Shay, and be like, damn, how is this woman? This woman done been through this woman done been through that, and she's still beautiful. She's still shining, right? She's still magnificent, all right? We're gonna go to Sarah Mother, and then we're gonna go to Shanti. Y'all let me know. Okay, Shanti's still in here. Let's go, Sarah Mother. Make sure that you're in here. Make sure that you're in here. Uh-huh. Yeah, Jenny, you gotta uplift yourself. You gotta encourage yourself, and you gotta keep working with me. Period. Period. Gotta keep working with me. We gotta stay in the work. We gotta stay in the work. We gotta stay focused. We gotta stay focused. Ooh, ooh. Aha. Shay, you was asking yourself how and what should you teach? And your girl just gave you an answer. Baby, the question is the lesson is how to stay light, how to pack light. Bet you love can make it better. Baby, go ahead and study Erica Badu's Bag Lady. Sarah Mother, if you are still in here, I want to know because I just want to be talking to people who in here. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Shanti. She said, I'm here, baby. Yes. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Ooh, Shay, I cannot wait to hear you teach on that. I cannot wait to hear you teach on that energy because so many women have experienced heartbreak, abuse, disappointment, whatever. And it changes a lot of women and sometimes not for the better. And so we have to learn how to allow these things to help us to be better, you know? So so excited to support you in that, Shay. That's gonna be amazing. And you too, Jenny. I'm so excited. I mean, all of y'all got some beautiful magic and gold that you are meant to share and give back and pour into others. Ooh, Shanti, girl, you got the 8 of Pentacles. You know what I'm hearing for you is a part of your work is teaching people how to balance out their work life balance, right? Yeah, that's how we say work life balance. You're here to teach people how to be the apprentice, how to be the student, how to be a learner, how to receive. You know, the best students become the best teachers. Okay. The best students become the best teachers. And so a part of your work, Shanti, is how do I open myself up to continue to receive the beautiful, wonderful lessons that Spirit has in store for me? And how do I allow those lessons to shape me and mold me and grow me? You know, there are actual people out there who cannot learn. Now, I'm not talking about like academically. I'm not talking about academically. I'm talking about there are people out there who keep hitting their head on the same damn thing. Wow. Think about that. We all know somebody who keeps running into the same wall over and over and over and over again. So a part of your work, Shanti, is teaching people how to develop certain skills that will help them navigate life's experience. Okay. So a part of your work is being able to acquire the lessons, take note of all the lessons that you've been learning spiritually. And when you talk to people, do not be afraid to share those lessons with them to help them overcome the challenges they are facing. Okay. You're here to teach people how to be the student, how to be the apprentice, how to develop some skills, how to master a certain state of being. You're here to teach people how to stay in it, how to stay disciplined, how to do the same thing over and over and over again until they get to the result. So, in order for you to be able to give that back to others, you have to give that to yourself. Okay. You gotta keep learning. You gotta keep growing, and you gotta keep applying the wisdom. You have to keep applying the work. You have to keep applying the things that you've learned, and you have to be able to say with confidence and with assertiveness, you have to be able to say, "I did this work, and this is the result." You can do this work too, and this can be your result. Okay? But you gotta be willing to dedicate yourself to it. You gotta be willing to master the skill. So your work, Shanti, is mastery, skill development, tapping into certain resources that helps you to get to the result that you need to get to. And Shanti said, yes, thank you. And there's the 8 again, like the spider from the conference. Absolutely. That spider at that conference came crawling down. I'm glad that I saw it because it was huge. That was a big spider. I was like, not this thing just started crawling up from I don't know where. I don't know who grabbed it. Who grabbed the spider? I don't even remember who grabbed it, but it was a big old white spider that I was like, that looks dangerous. We need to deal with that. Funny enough, I saw that same exact spider at the back of the room by Dream and I's table as well. So that spider energy was coming through heavy, okay? That spider energy was coming through heavy and scary. Listen, it's 3:33 over here. That means I've been live for an hour and 33 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. It's been great. Listen, if you received value from this field, let me know in the comments, right? This chat stuff, it's about to disappear. Go to the comments. Let me know if you received some value. Let me know if the reading resonate with you. Let me know all of that good stuff because best believe people are reading them comments. Them comments be determining if people are going to go and listen to the video. If people need to hear this video, not just for the reading, but they need to hear it for that beginning part with diving deep into your goal, right? Digging into your goal, finding out your magic, finding out your gifts, finding out what it is that you're meant to give back. Tap in with that. Leave a comment under the video. I would love to know what you've taken away from this. I appreciate it. And yeah, I love you. Shout out to all of you who made it to the conference. Shout out to all of you who wanted to be there but couldn't for whatever reason. It will be available next week. I love you all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being beautiful reflections to me. I enjoy this work and I plan on being consistent and coming back here and sharing with you my light, right? Because that's what I'm supposed to do. So thank y'all. Leave a comment. And then again, if you want to donate, head over to our birth and midwifery page. The link is in the description. And if you sent the donation recently, please be patient with me. I will be emailing you sometime today with everything that you need to know to be able to get a class from Dream and I for free. Listen, if you did not get a reading today, oh, Brother Joseph did move it. Okay, good. If you did not get a reading today, no worries. I'll be back to do readings very, very soon, right? Maybe it'll be next week. Okay, I'll be back. But until then, you can head to my website and get a more detailed reading where we get all the way into the work, where I spend time just focusing on what you need to know now. So it's never too late. I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love.